Do you guys want to see what happens when somebody calls Hillary out on mainstream media for being the liar that she is, and then begins to mention the fact that WikiLeaks accurately exposes her as a person who says one thing and does another? Well, then check this out.
What do you think Donald Trump needs to do to come out on top?
Well, on the character issue, the public, two-thirds or more of the public know that Hillary Clinton's a liar. She can't be trusted. And now the two faces of Hillary Clinton are coming out. The fact through WikiLeaks that she says one thing.
Oh, no. All right, let's see if we can get Congressman Collins back. Obviously, we just lost his satellite feed. That sucks.
Oh, no. Yeah, what a coincidence that the hard truth was being broadcast to the American people and technical difficulties just happened to occur before any more damning truth could be disseminated. I know, all you Hillary supporters think this is just a coincidence and that I'm making something out of nothing. Dang conspiracy theorist. So it's probably also a coincidence that this is the same guy that admitted that the mainstream media couldn't help Hillary any more than they have, and that they, the media, are the biggest ones promoting her campaign.
Doing what they call in politics, freezing pockets, because the donors are giving her money thinking she's going to run. That means they're not going to have available money for other candidates if she doesn't, and I don't think she's going to give it to them.
She's on her way to deciding.
We'll see.
About deciding.
We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign. We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign.
Huh. A network that claims to bring you unbiased journalism admits to being one of the biggest promoters of the Clinton campaign? Let me remind all you mainstream yahoos out there that journalism's job is to speak truth to power, not sit at its table, refill its glass, and laugh at its jokes. Journalists are to be impartial, not accommodating, and certainly not the biggest ones promoting any candidate's campaign. CNN is admitting here that not only are they not impartial, this media giant is giving Hillary a free ride. And you, my fellow Americans, should feel betrayed by this, because you put your trust in these media whores to bring you the truth, and they betray you by dodging truth, shutting down dissenting voices, manipulating the narrative, and flat out deceiving you guys. And for all of you who still think this is conspiratorial thinking, that there's no agenda, and that this is all a huge coincidence, I leave you with a couple more examples. Remember this satellite feed malfunction back in 2012 when an active duty soldier said that bringing the troops home is exactly what Americans need to do?
Some Republicans out there have been saying that Ron Paul would be very dangerous for this country because he wants to bring troops like you back from your post from all over the world.
Well, I think it would be even more dangerous to start nitpicking wars with other countries. Someone like Iran, Israel is more than capable.
We just lost our connection, unfortunately.
How convenient again to lose connection when the guy is speaking the truth about our destructive and expensive interventionist foreign policy. Oh, and look who it is experiencing that difficulty again. Good old CNN. How about this example, where reporter Brianna Keeler is cut off as she begins to accurately describe Hillary's corruption and vulnerabilities.
Remember, Hillary Clinton has some vulnerabilities herself, even as she calls for criminal justice reform because of her support in the 1990s for anti-crime legislation that ultimately helped contribute to this era of mass incarceration that she now speaks out again.
We just lost Brianna Keeler, who was in Springfield, Illinois, where Hillary Clinton just spoke.
CNN again. Here's an example where at a Trump rally, Frank Vick, a Trump-supporting black guy, calls BS on the media's promotion of race baiting and says we gotta stop all the racist stuff. Look what this network chooses to do.
With some Trump supporters, let's play what they said.
David Duke and people like that, they come out from under the rocks all the time around this time this year. It got nothing to do with Donald Trump. We're all Americans. I think we need to stop with all the racist stuff and the race baiting. Like me and my friend right here, we just met today, we was talking. We got to stop with the racist stuff and this, that. We all Americans, man. And nobody paying David Duke no mind.
Clearly, let me just be clear here. Obviously, the majority of Donald Trump supporters are not African American. I don't know how many African Americans were in that that building, but that is one person that we have chosen to cut that sound from.
What dishonesty! In her own words, this host says that her network chose to cut the sound from a black guy who was just speaking the truth. Does this make MSNBC racist? Not only did they cut the sound, instead of accepting the perspective from a pro-Trump African American, this lady chose to control the narrative and keep the rest of this guy's comments from the American people. Okay, just one more example. This guy tells the CNN anchor, oh, it's CNN again, that Hillary chose to stand on the side of her husband, a serial sex abuser, rather than on the side of the women who were violated by this sick pervert. And here's how CNN chose to keep the truth from the American people.
So she was given the choice between standing with a serial sexual abuser.
All right, Kurt. Stop. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. Can we stop that, please? It is not fair. It is not fair. It is a low blow. It is the, yes, I want to end this. This is the lowest of the low, and it has nothing to do with Hillary Clinton. It is just a cheap shot that, can you please stop? Can you stop? Can you cut him off, please? Thank you. Thank you. We're done. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Now, these are just a few of many examples that we know of where mainstream media dishonestly controls the narrative. And for all you people out there who still absolutely will not come to grips with the truth of all this, and who still fail to see Hillary and mainstream media for the dishonest crooks they are, I leave you with parting words from your hero, the possible future deleter of the free world.
By the way, you may have seen that I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.